Hey there people, how's it going, and welcome to a new Black Ops 2 gold gun video. For those of you who don't know, it's a series where I get gold camo for every gun or weapon that you can get gold camo for in this game, and then with my experiences of using the weapon, I break down its statistics, attachments, maybe perks that I really recommend, and then obviously perhaps you guys might be able to try out this weapon, try out something that you don't normally use. I think that's one of the main reasons I do these videos, because it's nice to try out weapons that you don't usually use, because you get a bit old. You know, people tend to go to the same old guns, but why not explore something a little bit different? So today we're going to go over actually the first unlocked assault rifle, which is the MTAR. Basically, it's a versatile weapon, a bit of an all-rounder, does everything, and you tend to find in the Call of Duty series that the first assault rifle you get always does this job, like the M4 from, well, COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2, and was M4 in Modern Warfare 3? I think it was actually, yeah, it was a first unlock in Modern Warfare 3 as well, and I absolutely loved it. Those of you who've been watching my gold gun videos a while will know that the M4 Modern Warfare 3 is one of my favourite games of all time, and this gun is similar to it, although it is actually a variant of the TAR 21 from Modern Warfare 3, no, Modern Warfare 2 even, and that was a fantastic weapon. I really enjoyed that weapon, but it is slightly different to that in its behaviour in this game. Obviously it's not exactly the same thing, they've tweaked it so it suits this this game in particular. So with this weapon, it's practically an all-rounder. If you're just going to sum it up in a sentence, it's pretty good at everything, a jack of all trades, I suppose you could say. You can see around the outside I've got a few of the statistics. Average, all-round, versatile and easy to use. I think this is the kind of gun for someone who maybe isn't used to Call of Duty, doesn't want to have to think about is it good at certain things, and likes to do a little bit of everything, you know, likes to rush a little bit, will play defensive sometimes. But as with all the assault rifles, I would recommend, I'll quickly say, that you do actually aim down sight when you're using this weapon, because so many people are using submachine guns and able to hip fire you from the hip, that doesn't really make sense, but are able to outgun you in close quarter situations with hip fire, that you're going to want to make sure that you can actually put a bit of space between you and other people while using this weapon. So let's actually have a look at some of the recoil patterns of this gun to see how it behaves. So here's a relatively simple recoil test here on Meltdown. First of all, we're going to go with the naked MTAR, so no attachments. Aiming down sight there, and you can see the recoil pattern is pretty tight. Not much recoil on this gun at all. It's not an absolute laser beam, and at longer ranges you're going to struggle. But there you can see hip fire, not very consistent hip fire. So laser sight might be an option for this gun if you're going to be going close quarters and running into people with submachine guns. There I'll just show the same pattern again, aiming down sight. And here a little further away, aiming down sight. I think from far distances, from about this distance onwards, you are going to need to burst the weapon. Here we see the gun with the laser sight attached, which does help with the when you're not aiming down sight, the hip fire spread, but it's not quite as good as the reticle would have you believe. Still going to have a little bit of trouble, only really good of course for close quarter situations, but if you're aiming from the hip at long range, you're obviously doing something wrong anyway. And then finally we're going to show with the grip. A friend of mine, Drifter, does some great Black Ops 2 videos in depth, and he tested out the grip and showed that it doesn't really help that much. In that first recoil pattern you see that it seemed to help quite a lot, but the second one here, again, a substantial amount of vertical recoil. You'd probably say that the pattern on the right there is very similar to the naked MTAR that we did in the first clip, so I wouldn't really recommend grip. I would definitely go for whatever attachments suit the game style that you're going to go for. Because this is a versatile weapon, attachments are going to be basically subject to whatever you feel like using. So back to some gameplay with the MTAR, and you'll actually notice something different about this gold gun episode that I haven't done before, and that's in the top right hand corner. I haven't actually listed any perks as preferred perks to use with this weapon. Now there's two reasons for that. Number one, because in this game I don't think perks are as important. Unless you're going for a really customized loadout, perks are pretty subjective. They're to do with how your player acts and not so much related to the gun. So I don't really think there's a specific set of perks that I would use with this weapon. And number two, like I say before, it's a versatile weapon. It can kind of do whatever you want to do. So if you're going to be kind of a sneaky kind of stealth player like I'm tending to be here, maybe you'd want to rock more stealthy perks. But then again, if you're more of a defensive player and you're actually going to hold down choke points and cap flags, then you'd want a different set of perks. So with this gun, because it's versatile, I would just utilize the perks that suit your game style the most and go with that, rather than suggesting to you what you should absolutely use with this weapon, because it is up to you know, how it feels personally. Now, on the attachments, I like to use this weapon as a kind of a stealth kind of setup. I like to be in and near the enemy and them not know where I am, so I like the suppressor. And then for attachments, I haven't gone for a sight because I don't feel like it needs it. The iron sight on this gun is really clear, and if you need a sight, I would be very, very surprised. Try it yourself. The iron sights are good as they are, so I wouldn't bother with a sight. And what I go with instead is, you could go with maybe stock is a decent one to go for, or quick draw, because aiming down sight can be useful, but I just go for silencer and fast mags. And the reason I go for fast mags is because I have reload syndrome. I reload a lot of the time. I don't like to not have a full clip. This clip is only 30 bullets in each magazine, so of course you are going to want to reload quite a lot. But say you don't have reload syndrome like me, you could definitely go with extended clip with this weapon and you'll do really well. So there's not really anything too secret or stand out about this gun, but like I said, it's an all-rounder. If you're a player who doesn't want to have to think about, I have to play a specific style, maybe you're new to Call of Duty, you're struggling with some other weapons, it's a very good one to go for. It's a 3-hit kill at close range, a 5-hit kill at long range, just nothing exceptional, but still good at everything. Some of the guns you'll find are very good at certain things, so you definitely have to use a certain playstyle for them. Perhaps if you're someone who plays a lot of different game modes, the MTAR would be a gun that will be suitable for you to have on a few of your setups. So that's it for this video. I've got some more kind of difficult guns coming up, ones that you probably won't have seen gold, because I've had a bit of fun with the assault rifles now, and I think it's time to get sucked back into those guns that maybe people don't see so often. Of course, feel free to leave comments with what guns you want to see. Obviously I can't do them all at once, but I do definitely take note of the ones that you guys recommend and then think about using them for my next setup. I think maybe a pistol or something. Would you guys prefer to see a pistol or a secondary, or would you prefer to see maybe the SMR is quite a popular choice I know at the moment? Leave a comment either way. Don't forget to leave a rating if you enjoy these videos. If you're watching this on Machinima Respawn, you can click over on my channel, link in description, and these are uploaded at least a week earlier over there. If you're watching this on my page, thanks for being a subscriber, you're an absolute beast, and there's links to more of these videos in the top bar there as annotations if you want to check those out. So that's it for now. Thanks a lot for watching, really appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys soon.